Alright, recording. Alright. It's been crazy 48 hours in the world of football. Usually this stuff does not happen in the world of sports. And you guys know what I'm talking about. The Super League. It's Tuesday the 20th of April. It's around 10 p.m. while I'm recording this video. And I'm here to talk about what happened. So let's bring out the context. So late December of 2020, there was this rumor going around that UEFA was going to change the whole concept of the Champions League and turn it into a Super League. It was just a rumor. Nobody knew about it. It was just a simple rumor. Sunday afternoon, I started going on my Instagram feed and I started seeing football fans uniting, saying no to the Super League. Well, I say, what is this Super League? And I remember seeing the logo from late December and then coming out like last Sunday. And then it had like the format of how the tournament was going to be played and the teams. So I take the nap, I wake up, I see the teams. 3 from Spain, 3 from Italy, and the big six of the Premier League. So Madrid, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico de Madrid, Juventus, Milan, Inter Milan, Manchester City, Liverpool, Manchester United, Chelsea, Arsenal, and Tottenham Hotspurs were the ones participating. And this was the simple rules, or not rules, the whole concept of this thing. Those 12 teams that decided to join Sunday afternoon, their whole concept was leave their leagues, the Champions League, because it was useless. It was not working out. Now, UEFA had a statement that same day where it said they had nothing to do with this tournament. And that's when the world of football started getting a chip of this was not going well. This was going for the money. So, UEFA says this was not anything they had planned. Later that day, they announced Florentino Perez, which is the president of Real Madrid. Curious, Real Madrid, Super League, whatever you guys want to call it. And as president, he's the president and president of Madrid. Really curious. So, he started saying yesterday, Monday, that they wanted to change this because the teenagers nowadays, they're not entertained by football because it's too long and they have to shorten up, or because the games are exciting. And let me tell you this, Florentino, I disagree with you. I watch 90 minutes of football and I love it. I love every second of a game of football. And you saying that the Champions League is not the right system for these teams to play, it's just not the right things to say, you know. Like I would rather wait to watch 2 games only of Real Madrid against Manchester City a year, rather than seeing Manchester City against Real Madrid like almost every week in this called tournament that's going to be played midweek, and then your teams will be disqualified from their domestic leagues from any UEFA, and their players not being able to represent their country. It just wasn't going the right direction. And you knew this was for money because, you know, having those big teams, marketing, viewers, it was just all for money. So the fans played a big fact in this. They went out and protest. And they said, this is not football. Football was brought by the poor. It was a game created by the poor. And it's been stolen by the rich. And a bunch of fans came out saying no to the Super League. Everyone in the world said no to the Super League. They knew this was going to affect everything in football. I mean, just imagine the NBA taking their big teams. Let's say they take the Lakers, the Clippers, who else? The Lakers, Clippers, the Celtics. Let's bring Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls, and like bring in all the good teams and say, all right, guys, we're not gonna play against the Timberwolves and against the Pistons. We're gonna create our own league. That was basically the whole concept of this Super League, getting those 12 teams and making their own league. Like getting away from those, like from their own league, their domestic league, just making their own league and play one midweek, and it's just not right. Like the fans, if I'm a football fan, I live in Spain, I don't want to go to Italy to watch a midweek game when I can just go on a weekend to the stadium, let's say to Madrid, and watch El Clásico. Like, those events are still going to happen. Those big teams are still going to play each other. But just stick to the leagues. I mean, the fans were hurt that their teams were deciding to go for the money, and they care about themselves instead of the fans. And I'm glad the fans went out and protested and fought for this, because it just wasn't the good decision made by Florentino Perez and the rest of those 12 teams. So just today, the Big Six from the Premier League decided to drop out. The Big Six. Now, this tournament was supposed to be 20 teams. The 12 founders of the league, plus 2 more that were going to join, or 3 more that were going to join, that would make it 15, and 5 teams that were going to be able to qualify. Once those 6 teams dropped out, Manchester City, Liverpool, United, Chelsea, Arsenal, and Tottenham Hotspurs, this just whole concept of Florentino Perez dropped, and it completely went out. Now they still have their plans to make this Super League, as a statement came out today saying they're not gonna give up. They're still gonna make the Super League. But the approach by the fans made this thing change. They knew it wasn't the right idea. They have to play for us, for the fans, We're the ones who are always by their sides through thick and thin. And, we want to be part of their decisions. The Super League just wasn't the right decision made by these 12 teams and Florentino Perez. Stick to your domestic league. Support your local club. Every kid dreams of playing in a Champions League. You grow up watching this last Bayern Munich team that defeated Barcelona 8-2. They grew up watching Cristiano Ronaldo and Real Madrid winning those 3 Champions League in a row. They grew up watching Messi, Ronaldinho, Iniesta, all the big team that Barcelona had winning the Champions League. As a kid, you dream of winning a Champions League. You also dream of winning a World Cup with your national team. You dream of winning 5 World Cups like Brazil has done, 4 like Germany. You want to make yourself a history with your team and with your national team. You don't want to grow up and say, oh, I want to play in the Super League where the big teams play every week. No. You want to play in those big games just twice a year, because it makes the event more exciting. Us fans, I'm glad we had our boys and we made this change. The Super League was just not the right decision for football. And I'm glad football is back and the Super League has dropped. Sometimes money, it's not going to lead to big success. Just leaving that right there, Florentino Perez. Money's not going to lead you to big success. Stick to your domestic league. Play the Champions League. The reason the Champions League hasn't been that exciting right now, there's no fans. once fans are back, the Champions League is going to be twice the excitement we see. These games are still exciting to watch. I sit around after school watching the Champions League on my phone. Just stick to playing in your domestic league and stick to playing in those European leagues or competitions, It would help the team. It would make the fans happier. Support your local club and say no to the European Super League.